So my starting point when I write a novel, well, with the 3 novels I've written so far, has always been that I start with character. In the case of A Slow Fire Burning, I started with the character of Laura. In the case of The Girl on the Train, it was Rachel, and Into the Water, it was Jules. And what happened, particularly with this novel, with A Slow Fire Burning and with The Girl on the Train, is that I'd been thinking about the character for a really long time before I found the story that they belonged in. So with The Girl on the Train, I'd been thinking about Rachel, who I actually just referred to as Drunk Girl for a long time. When I talked to my agent about her, she was Drunk Girl, and I had actually tried to write another novel, a slightly different novel with Drunk Girl. And it was when I put her on the train that I started to see where this novel would go. So she was a character in search of a story, but I really knew her when I got to the story. And to some degree, Laura has been similar, because I've been thinking about this character for a while. I was thinking about somebody who'd had an accident, who suffered from disinhibition, which means that you have poor impulse control, and you can lose your temper, and sometimes you can behave in ways which society does not necessarily condone. And I was thinking about how this would make you an interesting character, but also a very vulnerable character, but I didn't really know where I was going to go with her. One of the ways that I could test her was to put her at a crime scene with blood on her hands and see how she responded, because character is all about the choices people make. So you had to put her there and think, okay, what would she do? How would she respond to this? Would she make the sensible choice, or would she do the wrong thing? And I also, the other way in which I developed the story was to give her someone to love. And so she's met this old lady called Irene, who she's helping out a bit, doing some shopping for her and getting her groceries. And this is, because Laura is quite a lonely, difficult person, this has become a very key relationship for her. So there were those 2 ways in which the story sort of came out of that character. There was the crime, which is always going to be sort of central to the crime novel, the blood on the carpet or in the boat, as it happens here. And then there was also this relationship. And from those 2 things, I started to sort of build around that and see where the story might go. So there was a connection between Irene and the body on the boat, and we went from there. But it was a piecemeal process. I didn't know exactly where she was going straight away, the way I maybe had done with Rachel in The Girl on the Train.